kids, it's me, Kevin Smith. Believe it or not, I'm about to turn 54. I'm an old man yelling at clouds and whatnot. Help me welcome my 54th year, usher me into my 54th year with a special celebration of Hollywood Babble-On. That's right, man. Hollywood Babble-On, Kev's birthday bash is happening August 17th at Flappers Comedy Club. Me and Ralph Garman watching me get old and whatnot, telling corny-ass dad jokes because we're both dads. It's going to be a party, kids. A 6:30 party. That's right, because me and Ralph and our audience is old. So we'll have you in bed by 9 o'clock, kids. 6:30 p.m. show, Saturday, August 17th. Tickets available right now at csmod.com or Flappers Comedy Club. We'll see you there, man, and I'll be an old man. I'll be the old man up front wearing the backwards baseball cap.
It's time to babble the fuck on. It's Hollywood Babble-On with your hosts, Kevin Smith and Ralph Garman.
I mean, yes, bitch. Yes. I will take many of those tonight, my friend. Many Mai Tais. It's going to take a lot of Mai Tais to get through this week's episode, because fuck. Right in the dick. You know what? The emotional dick, yes. Let's fucking start this properly, man. It is Saturday night in Burbank, ladies and gentlemen. So let's babble the fuck on. I'm Kevin Smith. Hey! Let me tell you something. If you're not in this room tonight, if you're listening at some future fucking date, like fucking in 2026, and you know what happened and shit, and you're like, I long for quainter times, and you come back to listen to the show, just to let you know, this place is fucking sold out tonight. Thank you. Thank you from the bottom of my fucking heart. But I just have to take this opportunity to turn to my left and say, and you want to stop the fucking show, you dummy.
That's why we sold out. Because they were afraid. We got scared.
Well, they can't live in fear. You can't keep them living in fear. They're gonna have 4 fucking years of that. So fucking. Yes. No. It's no.
Let's stop it again. How about that?
So every week we threaten and shit. That's good. Yeah. No, Ralph. Don't do this. If only we had help. Actually, if only we had help. We know the next show, when the next show is going to be.
Yeah, we're already booked.
And they just put it on sale. So it is August 17th.
Next month, August 17th.
But it's not a 10 o'clock show. We're doing 6:30. This is my... Are you serious? That's right. Our crowd is old people now. Oh, my God. We can start doing early bird special shows. Come see Babble-On, get a prime rib. Like, oh, this is amazing. Fucking, yeah, Babble-On, moon's over my hammy.
But you know that it's too late.
Oh.
So let's try early.
Had I ever known, I'd have been doing this shit at noon. That'd be amazing. So the tickets are on sale right now, August 17th. Babble-On at 6:30 is going to be my birthday show. I'll be 54 years old.
Cake for everyone.
Yes. All the fun of cake without the fucking fun. Those tickets are on sale right now, so buy them. Me and Ralph will talk to each other for a few minutes. That's mostly for the folks at home and shit. Also for the folks at home, what they'll never fucking see is I am wearing my summer jacket.
Yeah, you are.
Right? Don't I look like I should be like closing the beaches in Amity and shit like that? My kid was on that beach too, Martin.
Mug Don Johnson.
It's my, well, if I'm Crockett, that makes you fucking Tubbs, man. Now you wear it for 10 fucking years. I feel good in this summer jacket. Is that what I was thinking? I literally thought I was composing something in the moment, and I'm like, that's catchy.
Summer nights from Greece. Another mic, Sparky.
This is my first. Boy, this is hectic.
Do you need a straw?
I'm a vegan, but I don't want these vegetables.
I'm not even recognizing the difference.
It's green, comes out of the ground or off a tree, or I don't really. I'm a dirty vegan, man. They can give me that. I won't eat like a vegetable or a fruit, but if you make it a meatball, I'll eat 10. First of many. Can I get a straw for this?
Yeah, can we get a straw for the Mai Tai?
This. Holy shit! Give it up! Excellent fucking precision timing. I'm gonna need to get as drunk as possible, as fast as possible today.
Welcome to my world. You mocked me all those years.
No, now I'm totally Ralph in it.
That's right.
I'll have you know I haven't eaten anything all day. So. This is gonna hit hard, son.
Let's do the show fast.
I will devolve into a puddle of tears at the 9th one of these. Like, it hurts to be me.
Let's start out on a festive note before we get into more solemn topics. Celebration is in order. I don't know if you guys saw this in the news or not, but can we get that picture up that I pulled out of the newspaper?
It's funny because when I see that, all I think is one of these things is not like the other.
Who are the other two? Are they prominent business people?
I think she opened a sub shop, and he's in local theater. No, this is fucking nuts. I am being inducted into the New Jersey Hall of Fame, man, and it is, it is. I'll be honest with you. I mistook the call when I got it, and I was like, Hall of Justice, fuck yeah, and then it turns out that that's not the case.
From the four corners of New Jersey.
Oh my God, that'd be amazing. We did that show for a few years. It's called Comic Book Men.
That's right.
This is, when I fucking called in, they were like, it's not the Hall of Justice. And I was like, but there's a superhero. And they're like, Ant-Man? He would never be at the Hall of Justice. You know this. And I was like, fuck, you're right, man. I failed the geek test and shit. So, honestly, I'm so fucking delighted. I wanted this so badly. I pursued this. Not actively, I never called them up, but every year since it opened up, 16 years have been going, I think. When they announced like the inductees, I was always like, okay, here we go, and fucking passed over like forever and shit. So here I am. This is my 30th anniversary of being in the business, like 30 years since Clerks and shit. Thank you. So I was like, God damn it, man. Like, I remember saying last year, it's like, God damn it, how many years do I have to fucking do a thing to be honored by the Hall of Fame? 30. I mean, the thing is, they had so many more important New Jerseyans to go before me, right?
I beg to differ.
No, fucking Bruce, Bon Jovi.
That's it. You're out.
Did somebody say Snoopy? Who?
Snooki.
You know what, man? I'd rather light a candle than curse your darkness. Sir, Snooki is not from New Jersey. She's from New York, man. That show was set in New Jersey, but she is not from New Jersey. Only one original cast member was actually from New Jersey. But all of these, like, New Yorkers and people from Staten Island came to hang out on the Jersey Shore. So we host, you know what? It's cool. It's cool, but I just, there's a subtle difference. So while they could induct maybe the whole show, right? The Jersey Shore, it was culturally important. Snooki will have to be in the wherever she's from Hall of Fame. Only was it Sammy Sweetheart? She was the only one that was from New Jersey.
Way too fucking much.
Tell me about, and I never watched a single episode because it's shit like this. They're like, oh, did you grow up with Snooki? I was like, oh, sir, I'd rather light a candle than Kierkegaard, and fucking explain that none of those fuckers were from New Jersey. When people were like, oh, do you live fucking gym tan laundry? I was like, no, fucking nobody in Jersey does that. We don't do laundry. That's a New York thing. They brought that from elsewhere. So no, Snooki won't be there. She won't be there.
Meryl Streep, Paul Rudd, and you, and a couple other people.
Meryl.
Just got around to Meryl Streep. You know that.
No. Well, to be fair, I know a little bit because I read the article. They reached out to her like 10 years ago, and they inducted her.
Kevin Smith.
Oh, fuck. Could you imagine? Talk about a fucking Sophie's Choice right there. They had tried to induct her, or they inducted her years before, but the hall doesn't officially acknowledge or recognize you as inducted unless you show up to the hall. It doesn't have to be at that ceremony, but you have to be to the hall. And once you get to the hall, then they officially induct you. So her and I believe Paul Rudd, they have asked previously, or inducted previously, but they were previously engaged and shit. This is the first time they've ever asked me. The moment they, kind of, you gotta come in to claim your. I'm sure there's a timeshare involved, but I'm ready for it, man. Like that, this means the world to me. I love fucking New Jersey. And I love being from New Jersey. It's been a big part of my entire career. I still have businesses in New Jersey. My fucking business office is in New Jersey. Of course, Jay and Silent Bob Secret Stash is in its 27th year in New Jersey as a brick and mortar. Smod Castle Cinemas, my movie theater, is in New Jersey. So I'm very deeply connected to the area. And
yeah, you love Burbank.
Woo! And he still loves Burbank.
And I love Burbank as well.
If the Burbank Hall of Fame would like to induct Kevin.
Yeah, I'll take that shit. Ladies and gentlemen, the mayor of Burbank. So it's a fucking big deal for me. But I can't wait. They're both going to be there. It's confirmed and shit. So I'm going to fucking ask her to be in the next Jay and Silent Bob movie. Oh, from the stage, like in front of God and everybody in New Jersey. So she has to say, yeah, that's how it works. And him, I'm going to try to sell him in my fucking the superhero movie, man. I got a superhero movie I want to do with fucking Paul Rudd. It's called Can't Man. It's about a drunk superhero. They're like, fucking, hey man, the kids need saving. He's like, can't, man. Fucking, you know how cheap that movie's gonna be?
I thought it was about a superhero with erectile dysfunction.
That's pretty good, man. That's pretty good. I like that. I like hearing, you know what? Sometimes the second draft is better.
Well, congratulations.
It is massive, man. I can't wait. And I think it's happening in November. And they're putting it on TV.
What now?
Yeah, first time they're ever doing it. It's going to be on Fox. I don't know if they'll carry it Fox out here and shit. But
Not in Burbank.
Not in Burbank. You ain't fucking famous till you're famous in Burbank. Burbank famous like Snooki. Burbank famous.
I can't imagine, even given the state of network television, that Fox is going to air a national broadcast of the New Jersey.
Couldn't hurt. Couldn't fucking hurt. Speaking of Burbank, man.
Fox. Paul Rudd gets a thing. I don't see the promo.
What? They would lead with him and not me?
No. What was I thinking? Kevin Smith gets a thing that Paul Rudd and Meryl Streep.
Who's Kevin Smith, you ask? Tune in and find out.
One thing's for sure, things will be given.
You think? There's got to be some sort of trophy or something, right?
Oh yeah, even a plaque or a key or a...
If it's Jersey, they put your feet in cement and shit.
Maybe it'll be like Big Dildo.
Amazing.
Yeah.
I'd take that. Oh my
Gold
God.
dildo.
Because it'd be practical and fucking memorable.
You can enjoy that forever.
Yeah. Somebody could. Let's be honest, it would be me. Yeah.
Years.
Yeah, 30 years. And look at that, dude. Like,
How happy he is.
I know. And that's before I knew I was going to be next to them, too. But it is the perfect picture in terms of, like, my reaction. That's what I found. That's how it was.
She's bemused. Paul Rudd is happy.
She's
You're
like,
ecstatic.
oh, my God. She's like, I have fucking 3 houses full of fucking tin. Like, people give me awards when I fucking roll out of bed. So, like, she's like, yeah, I'll take it from Jersey and shit. Like, go Bernardsville and shit. Him, he probably has, like, a movie coming out, right? So he's just like, yeah, like, I can get a 2 for going and stuff. But, I don't know. It's not like I've ever seen him out there in the world. Like, those Ant-Man movies did rather well. Until they didn't. But but he was out there in the world, and I don't think I ever remember him, going, oh, over there, and talking about New Jersey and stuff like that. But it doesn't mean he's like, that makes him a
I
bad
always thought he was
person.
from Kansas.
Yes.
He seems Midwestern, right?
Because he does that big Kansas fundraiser,
Yes.
right? And he's a Chiefs fan. And I always see him hanging out with Everett Stone Street and
Yep.
Keckner and other guys I know from Kansas.
right.
They do the big slick, that big comedy fundraising thing out there in Kansas. So it's like, what the fuck? He's from Jersey, really?
Yeah, he's never done shit for Jersey, I'll tell you. I don't
A
know.
lot of my guys that night didn't tell him that.
Yeah, I was like, you may have done a lot of things, Paul Rudd. You know what you never done? You never done shit for Jersey. Hey, Merrill. What's your favorite Meryl Streep performance?
Oh,
Like, what do I go with? You know how people come up to me and they're like, oh, I love this one, that one. And then you meet some people who try to, like, look, he fucking hears about Clerks all the time, so I'm going to go least obvious. And they're like, oh, yeah. They're like, I love yoga hoses. I was like, Ralph, I know you do. But
the third act special.
what is the...
The deep cut for Merrill?
I mean, I'm not necessarily saying deep cut. If there's an obvious cut, sure. But, like, do you go like, oh, bitch, River Wild? Death Becomes Her? Like, that's pretty strong. Or do I go old school and be like, yo, Kramer versus Kramer, man. You fucking drop that bitch. Dustin Hoffman being the bitch in question. Spoilers. I don't know if you've ever seen Kramer versus Kramer. It's about a marriage gone wrong.
Ironweed.
Oh, that's right. Like fucking the Depression movie?
Her and Jack.
Yeah, that's true. And what was the other? She was in Heartburn. That is actually one of my favorite performances of hers. Heartburn, the movie, the Nora Ephron.
Ernest goes to camp.
She was not.
She was the camp counselor. Oh no, it was somebody else.
Oh, fuck. Because right then and there, I was like, oh, she's definitely going to be in Jay and Silent Bob then. I just never thought to ask. Deer Hunter, yeah, that'd be like, oh, fucking, I love you in Deer Hunter. She'd be like, okay, so goodbye.
So, don't say Sophie's Choice.
Right, of course not. But is there, like, when you think of Meryl Streep,
Yes.
what's the role that comes to mind? Is
The Oscars.
what'd you say?
Devil Wears Prada.
That's a strong choice, man. But it's,
Out of Africa.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
I mean, yeah. That,
wash my hair up and right for it?
I'm like, Meryl, I got a guy who could do you in Out of Africa. Hold on. Ralph, go.
Would you wash my hair, Robert Redford?
Meryl, where you going? Where you going? I'll get Ralph. Out of Africa?
She's done a lot of movies. Turns out, when you think about it.
It's true.
Can't go wrong, really.
Postcards from the Edge. Excellent fucking poll. And there's the Carrie Fisher thing.
Naming Meryl Streep.
This is like the IMDb come to life.
This isn't the quiz with balls.
That's right. Into the Woods, she sang.
Yeah, she's been in a lot of movies.
Mamma Mia, she sang the fuck out of that. Mamma Mia 2. Was she in that as well? They
Stop helping.
spoilers. No, this is good. I'm about to meet Meryl Streep. Tell me. That's crazy. The chances are they'll put me at a table very far from.
Yeah. with this kind of nonsense going on.
They'll put me at the table with there's a sports announcer there's a couple different categories. We're in the entertainers. I think in the sports category, this dude's name captured my imagination. Dick Button.
Yeah. Famous ice skater, Dick Button.
Yep.
You fucking know this? That's not what I think of when I hear the name Dick Button. Are you serious? You knew who Dick Button was?
He's a legend.
Year of Dick.
Yeah.
Year of Dick.
The year of Dick.
Yeah.
We're celebrating the year of Dick this year on the Ralph. I think I got my one for next week, that's for sure.
All right. So you haven't done it yet.
No.
I was like, what a weird coincidence, man. If you're out there fucking talking about Dick Button and Dick Button's going to be next to Meryl Streep and Paul Rudd and me in New Jersey.
We're doing it next week in
Garmy.
I should bring you.
I'd make you the Dick of the year if I could, but I
Don't press my dick button.
You have to swipe it.
It is, yeah, that's pretty badass. I'm going to be honest with you. That's a cool thing, man. My mom was very excited.
I can imagine.
Oh,
We're gonna bring her to the ceremony.
She doesn't travel
Doesn't
anymore.
travel.
Yeah, she won't leave Florida at this point and stuff.
What about
So-
she'll watch it on Fox?
That's right. They'll probably run it down there. Live from New Jersey.
Well, speaking of your amazing body of work over the past 30 years, we lost a fellow traveler recently.
Jesus, I haven't even finished the first Mai Tai.
That's all right. We'll get you more. How do we get into this? Shannen Doherty, of course.
Yeah, give it up for the great Shannen Doherty, kids. Too good for this world. Left it far too fucking early, man. Just goddamn crazy. Horrible.
Come on.
Way too young. And I saw her not long ago. December, I went out to her place in Malibu. She's doing the podcast, let's be clear. And, fucking whenever anyone's like, hey man, come out to Malibu, you're like, fuck.
No easy way to get
Oh my God, you might as well ask me to go to Oregon. But, fucking Shannen.
Fly to Oregon.
It's true. Shannen, anything for Shannen and stuff. So she was like, come out and do the podcast. I was like, all right. So I drove out there and stuff. And number one, I was like delighted that I did go out there because I got to see how she lived. And holy shit, like she had a palatial fucking estate.
She did all right for herself.
Oh, yeah. I was like, was this fucking 90210 money? She goes, this is charmed money.
The first one you do to get there, the second one you do to cash in.
She, so when the thing that when I heard the news, I instantly was devastated because I remember when I came home, I was telling Jen, I was like, I know she's sick, because she says she's sick, but from looking at her, I couldn't tell. She looked like Shannen. So I was like, oh my God, she's got this beat again. And then the last time I was talking to her about coming to Vulgarthon, which is happening in 2 weeks. The last exchange I had with her was about the podcast we put up, or she put up, and she wanted me to link. She sent me a bunch of links for clips from the podcast that we did together. And in the clip, we read a scene from Twilight of the Mallrats, the proposed Mallrats sequel, where she got to read the first Renee scene, and I read the Brody part. So you can see it; it's up online, or you could just listen to it on her podcast. And so she sent me those two clips, and she said, and this was February 18th at 9:00 at night. She said, "Hi, drop in our part 2 at midnight." And I said, "Sweet, I will post it." And she says, and I love it, I think we can get this made. She was talking about Mallrats 2. I said, talking to somebody about it now, just sent them a script, fingers crossed. And she said, we'll call out Universal and tell people to message them and Jason Blum. And I said, totally. And then she said, so let's hope it works. I said, amen, little sister. She goes, and why don't you, Jason, and me go meet at Universal? I said, we totally can. And she goes, let's do it. I'll pull the cancer card. She put the little crying, laughing emoji. And you know, fucking, I'm a pro, so I know when to leave a joke. I didn't feel the need to tag up on that stuff. I was not expecting. I honestly, based on our interactions, like I was like, oh wow, she's good. She's gonna be great.
She has been fighting so hard for so long.
And she's like I don't know if this has a factor to do with it. I'm not a doctor, so obviously, and I don't. There hasn't been a lot of cancer in my life and stuff, but like she was so tiny, dude. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know if having more mass or height like helps in terms of the cancer battle, but like that little body of hers was like attacked again and again, and the only defense against that sort of shit, as we all know, is a fucking poison that is attacking every other part of your body.
Yeah.
And still, she was always able to fucking bounce back. Like, but the thing is, like, when I was talking to Jen when I got home, I was like, I'm so glad that I went, man, because like I got to see her. She looks great. She's gonna come out to Bogota and stuff like that. And then when we got the news the other day, which was just like Saturday morning, I was Malcolm, who had introduced like Shannen into my life. My friend Malcolm Ingram, my Canadian filmmaker friend. He had texted me to be like, oh my God, too young. And I was like, what are you talking about? And he sent me the link and I was like, Jesus Christ, no. And after like I cried and then fucking went through all the feels and whatnot, I was just so glad that I went to Malibu because I know what happens now. I've lost wonderful people in this entertainment business and spent a lot of time lionizing them in their absence. So Shannen would be no different. Naturally, I'll tell Shannen stories from now until the day I die. I'll eulogize her in the best possible ways forever, same way I do for Alan Rickman, George Carlin on stage, Jim Jacks, Stan Lee, whenever I tell stories and whatnot. Because when you talk about the dead, you bring them back for a little bit in that room and whatnot. The energy is there and stuff. And I'm not one of those energy crystal people, but I do believe in that. I do believe that energy is there when it's referenced and stuff. And so I know that I will be talking about Shannen and telling wonderful Shannen stories for the rest of my life. I'm just so fucking glad I did it to her face at the podcast. Giving a person their flowers while they're above ground is so fucking important. And it was so important for me to have her know exactly how I felt, who she was, and who she'll always be in my life. That's normally something that, like, I wrote a big Instagram post about it, and like I said, that's something I'll be talking about, like, even now, tonight. But what does it mean if the person who it's all about didn't get it? You know what I'm saying? So I was so glad that I got to, like, sit there with her for a couple hours. She chopped it up into 2 episodes. And just fucking tell her how important she was to me. Like, you gotta understand, like, in the span of a year, I went from watching her on a TV at Quick Stop while we were in post on Clerks, because I watched 90210 every week. It was Fox was one of the only channels we could get on this rabbit-eared fucking TV antenna. So Fox came in clear, so I watched everything. And, you know, 90210 was insanely fucking popular. So it's not like I was an outlier watching that shit. But, like, I would watch, you know, for me, the draw of that show was like, oh, that's that girl from Heathers. Like, that's how I've always thought of it. And then, you know, it became its own thing. So in the span of a year, I went from watching her on that little TV in Quick Stop to being on a set with her. And I told her, like, on the podcast, it was like you were the reward. Like when I first entered the business, you were the first person to meet me on the other side of the bridge. Like, and that is incredibly meaningful. Shannen, we don't get Mallrats made without her. She was the juice that got that movie fucking greenlit.
She couldn't have been hotter than she was in that moment.
It's fucking huge. And she had just left or been pushed from 90210. And so she had all the heat in the world. And for some reason, she picked this goofy-ass movie, which, you know, all day, well, for the last week, actually, I've been driving around and listening to the Mallrats soundtrack. It's been very Mallrats melancholy. It just takes me back to, like, the time when we made the flick, and we were all incredibly young and shit. I'm gonna turn 54 in a couple weeks and shit. So Mallrats was like, 25, 26, almost 29 years ago.
Wow.
Next year it's gonna be 30 years on fucking Mallrats and stuff. And we all had complicated relationship with the movie because it wasn't received well at first and stuff, but it aged incredibly well. And she was one of them. She was telling me, like, time and time again, whenever, because we'd interact every couple of years. We did Mallrats, she came back, did Jane and Silent Bob Strike Back, then we did the Fox Shortcoms thing and whatnot. And then she was supposed to come out and do a reboot, but she couldn't make it out. She was going to play Cock Knocker in that version of the Jane and Silent Bob movie, which I thought was rather appropriate. And so we were always kind of intersecting with one another's lives and whatnot. But I'm always on the Mallrats journey because I'm the guy that made Mallrats, so I can't get rid of it. It's like fucking herpes. After Mallrats destroyed her movie career, which she told me on the podcast, which never occurred to me, but she's just like, yeah, that was, they didn't think I could open a movie. She's like, so I went and took another TV show, which worked out well. It was fun. But when a movie flops, if you know your Bible, it's kind of like when the apostles fucking go running after Jesus gets arrested. Like, it's a party with Jesus until he gets arrested, and they're like, I don't know that fucking guy. Everyone scatters and shit. Like, hey, you know Jesus, right? What? No. And a fucking cock is crowing somewhere and shit. It's kind of like that. When a movie flops, everyone just scatters and stuff. And so, next time we reconnected, which was on the set of Jane and Silent Bob Strike Back, we were casting, and they were like, who would you want for this? And I was like, hey man, Shannen, go see if Shannen will come out. And she did, came out, and she had a blast and whatnot. But she told me that day, she was like, that fucking movie, dude. She's going like, it won't die. People come up to me and still talk about fucking Mallrats. She's like, where were these people when the movie came out? But she was, she was fundamental in who I became. As an entertainer, as a filmmaker. She came into my life because of Malcolm Ingram, as I previously said. First day I meet Malcolm Ingram at the Toronto Film Festival is after Clerks has been shown at film festivals for 10 months. Toronto is the last one before it's going to come out in theaters. And Malcolm, that's the day I meet him, and Malcolm's very opinionated, to say the least. Malcolm's the kind of guy that's just like, Batman v Superman's an abortion of cinema. Where you're like, all right, rein it in. And so whatever everyone likes, Malcolm, count on him to go the opposite way. Sure. Oh man, did you see Oppenheimer? He's like, it's all right. I liked it better when it was Fat Man and Little Boy. Shit like that. I used to call him TP. Remember fucking Jerry Maguire? Fucking Cuba Gooding's brother was TP. Right. Malcolm likes to punch holes into things and shit. So I meet him that day and that night after Clerk screening and stuff, and the guy we're with is like, what'd you think of the movie, Malcolm? And he was like, it's fine. And it was refreshing because most people have been saying wonderful things to me for the last 10 months. Nice to meet, and refreshing because he was a Canadian. Mostly they're pretty fucking nice, and this guy wasn't. So he goes, what are you doing next? He's going, oh, you Sundance kids always get a Hollywood movie afterwards. What are you doing next? Because he wrote for Film Threat, so he had a real attitude and shit. And I was like, I'm going to do this movie, Mallrats. And he's like, what's that? And I was like, well, I mean, honestly, it's kind of like Clerks, but in a mall. And he goes, oh, well, then you got to get Doherty. And I was like, what, Shannen Doherty? And he's like, yeah, man, you got to get the Doherty, man. Doherty's wild, man. She's an American icon. And I was like, Shannen Doherty? He's like, fuck yeah. I know what I'm talking about. I'm Canadian. We all love her up there. He's like, you got to get Doherty, man. This is it would be her first thing after fucking 90210. It would be huge. Get Doherty. And I literally just met this guy. And then I went back to fucking America and I talked to Jim Jacks, who was our producer on the movie, and I was like, I think we have to get Shannen Doherty. And he goes,
strangers.
Yes.
Jeez, you're easy.
Malcolm was so delighted when we made the movie, he came out and he covered it for Film Threat. There's a cover of Film Threat that's me and Shannen, one of the only cover of a magazine I've ever gotten in my life. Picture of me and Shannen. Thank you, I'm gonna need that. And one for each eye. And he came out while we were shooting the movie. He organized, you can see online, there's a shot of all of us when we were making Mallrats in a hot tub. Malcolm organized that picture and stuff. Malcolm took Shannen out to interview her for Film Threat for the Mallrats piece. And, she was talking about, she had a bad girl reputation, right? She broke the internet before the internet existed. There was so much coverage about her and, her being a bad girl and going out and getting in fights and going out to bars and fucking who she was dating and whatnot. She had to grow up in front of everybody. And it was growing up is tough enough, growing up in front of the public while cameras are flashing. And, the National Enquirer was, obsessed with her and stuff like that. So she didn't really have, a fucking easy go of it. So, Malcolm's talking to her in the interview for Film Threat. And she's like, well, I'm going to change. She's going, now that 90210 is over, I'm going to turn stuff around. I'm going to clean up a little bit and whatnot and start being more practical. And on the tape for the interview, they're at a restaurant. You hear the waiter come over and goes, can I get you anything else? And she goes, yeah, 2 kamikazes. And then and she goes, so I'm really going to start to put my life in order. She was awesome like that. First time I met her when they brought her in for audition, she came in not too far from here, Universal lot. We did the auditions and stuff. And when she came in, she auditioned even though we were she's getting the fucking part. And after first we sit around chit chat and she did lines, and then we sat around.
Dialogue.
Well, it was mid-90s, so. We would do dialogue, and then we would chit-chat again. And so, I met her for the first time there, and the next time she came in, I remember, sitting around talking to her. She was so funny, right off the bat, because of the conversations, within the script and whatnot. This is how I was like, Shannen Doherty, you're back. And she leads with this. I'll never forget. And I'll tell you this because I told it to her when I saw her at her place in Malibu after we were done recording, right before I was leaving and shit. We were bullshitting. And I said, you know what I fucking always wanted to tell you? I was like, years ago, second time we ever met, you said the most bracing, hysterical thing I've ever heard in my life. And whenever I hear this person's name, and that name lives in the popular culture, I always think about this moment. And she was dying. She was like, oh my God, I remember that. Second time I meet her, man, I was like, Shannen Doherty. And she goes, you know who loves anal? Great conversation started. And I was like, this guy. My mother taught me to answer that question that way. If any one woman ever asks me, you say this guy and get on with it. She goes, you know who loves anal? I go, whoa. And she told me who it was. I'm not going to share. It's not my
You
fucking
son
story.
of a bitch.
I'll tell you after the show. Bullshit. Fuck you. You're lucky you're getting this much. I'll tell you after the show. But she told me this person, and for the rest of my life, whenever this person's name, who again, this person's in the culture and their name comes up, shit, every 6 months at least, there's always something going on. No way.
I just put Tori Spelling.
No, fuck no. No, it wasn't.
I don't want to know. I don't want to translate.
Don't fucking start. Don't start rumors and shit.
Doesn't have to be really.
But it was so.
I need you to tell me stories. I have stories in my brain.
It was so charming. Nobody. Charming, indeed. I was charmed. Nobody since then, or before then, has ever opened a conversation with me that way. Memorable as fuck. Particularly because it's you're way too famous to say the words anal. And she was like, anal is one word.
Oh, I bet she said a lot more than just that over the years.
She was great.
You mentioned the Fox.
You met her. You got to work with her.
You were kind enough to invite me to participate in the Fox Shortcoms thing. For those who don't remember, it never saw the light of day. Fox had this idea to
2013.
2013 to invite some comedian filmmakers to participate in a battle royal where they each got about 10 minutes to put up a short situation comedy pilot presentation, and they were going to put them up against each other in
Over the course of the summer.
Right, over the course
So it
of
was
the
a summer series. It was meant to be like a competition series, and every week, 6 weeks, you would do a new 10-minute episode of the short com. People would vote. One would get voted off every week, and the last one standing got to be a grown-up sitcom on
Fox
Fox.
would make a sitcom.
So it was like, they asked me, and so I brought in Andy McElfresh, my education friend, Ralph, Shannen, but who else did they ask? Neil Brennan.
Ali Wong participated.
Ali Wong did one, and then the guy from Mad About You. Danny, not Paul Reiser, the creator. Danny Jacobson, I want to say. I think he did one of them as well.
Yeah,
It was
this was a clever idea.
It was.
We shot it. We all worked hard on it.
We had a live studio audience who shot it at the lot, the CBS lot over
Yeah.
over.
And then they went, fuck it. It never even was aired.
But this was something too that when we were putting it together, I was like, oh, I'm gonna fucking see if Shannen wants to come play. And she was like, oh my God, let's do it. I think in 2013, I don't know where she was in her career, what she was doing at that point. But she came out to play.
I tell you,
I never really got to act with her. Like I acted with her in Mallrats by saying nothing.
Right.
But I actually got to like do dialogue with her.
And I'd never met her, and you were kind enough to ask me to join in. But you do hear stories, right, about what she's like on a set on Charmed and Beverly Hills 90210. So I didn't know what to expect. And I got to tell you, the course of the week and a half, 2 weeks we all worked together, couldn't ask for a sweeter, more supportive, kinder castmate. She was just a doll. And I loved hanging out with her, and we shared so many laughs over that short period of time. She really, you know, when you work together and you become a casting crew, you get to be familial quickly, and I just adored her. I was just having such a great time. She was such a sweetheart.
I remember like when we were making Rats, she was a big fan of doing the dialogue as fast as possible. And I don't know if that was because she was like, I want to get the fuck out of here. But
Happy hour somewhere.
she got it. Yeah, truly. She got it. She understood like my fucking dialogue and how to like deliver it rapid fire and stuff like that. And you know, one of my favorite fucking scenes I've ever shot is the elevator scene with her and Jason Lee, where she's like, I'm a girl, damn it. Shit that like my ex-girlfriend in high school, Kim Lochran, had said to me over the years, paraphrased into like one kind of takedown of a fucking man-child. And she did that we did it in 2 takes. We cut 2 takes together. Just because the bag in her hand at one point like splayed and shit, and then the shirt was hanging like incorrectly, technical reason, but we cut the 2 takes together. But it was so fucking magic, man. Like she was the goods. You know, we shot this movie at this empty mall. It was at 50% capacity, the Eden Prairie Mall. They had opened up the Mall of America like down the road, so it was killing business for this poor little mall. So they gave us that place for $10,000. That was the rental fee for an entire like month and a half, 2-month production and stuff. So we had the run of the place. We didn't have trailers on that movie because we had the mall. So there were empty stores, and construction went in and built fucking stalls, separate units, so the kids could all have their own rooms, but in like, you know, a closed down Deb. You know, fashion store and shit like that. And that's where in the middle there's a couch and everybody hung out and whatnot. Like I remember sitting there having big conversations with her and fucking Claire Forlani and Jason Lee and stuff. But she had she was one of the most famous people on the planet. And people were always starting shit with her. Like we had a halfway fucking party while we were making the flick. You know, we were staying at this like Eden Prairie fucking Marriott or something like that. It was mostly corporate, but there was like this girls basketball team, college championship basketball team came through. And so we were having our midway party, and we were all dancing and shit, and all of a sudden these girls came in and they fucking saw Shannen, and instantly they were like, that fucking bitch. And so they fucking went for her. And like, again, I said before, she was so tiny, she's so small. And she wasn't. By comparison, she went right back at them, and it was like, oh my God, that's the girl we've heard about. Like, look at her, she takes no shit. And Shannen never took any fucking shit, man. She gave as good as she got, but she was incredibly fucking sweet. That's the thing they didn't write about. You know, they would write about, like, she screamed at a paparazzi and shit like that. They didn't write about, like, who she really was and how, like, wonderful she was. My heart breaks for her mom. You know, no parent should have to fucking bury their kid. And her mom is a really sweet woman. My heart also breaks for like Sarah Michelle Gellar. They were super fucking tight, man. For 30 years. Like they met at some kind of crossover, fucking Charmed, Buffy, WB, CW, whatever the fuck kind of
Clusterfuck.
Yeah. And became friends and stayed friends for like, almost 3 decades and whatnot. And Sarah put up this really beautiful Instagram post to her, but also she put up this fun videos of like her and Shannen in a backyard drinking, but not sitting around drinking like us, like in moving Mai Tais and shit. Like they had like a champagne flute that was like full, and Sarah's holding in her teeth, and then she goes back on all fours but backwards, and then Shannon's behind her, and she's tipping her head back, and Shannon's drinking it, and I'm like, these fuckers are like super like, how come we never did that? You know what I'm saying? Like that kind of
backwards, that's why.
But that kind of level of friendship, man. Like fucking, I need that kind of Sarah Michelle Gellar level of friendship from you, man.
All right, I'll blow a Mai Tai up here.
You know what? Shannen would have loved that.
The Fox thing we were talking about never saw the light of day.
But we're gonna show it tonight.
We're gonna show it tonight because I think somebody should appreciate the work we did. We were all so hoping that we would win the competition so we could all do this, what we were about to see every week. We felt like this would be the best job in the world.
Yeah.
We all had a great time making this. Kevin wrote it, he starred.
Who said we should have won?
I did.
You were there, right?
Oh,
You're gonna say, oh my God. So other than you and whoever was in that room, Jenny, nobody has seen this shit.
Oh, really?
I don't think it's up at Kevin Smith Club or anything.
No,
I don't think it's any
This is
place.
a one-off.
Yeah, and they never aired it, so
I
it's
don't
like
think we can show it after this, so
we have to burn it.
But
But yeah.
fucking premise, which I love. Kevin plays a guy owning a rundown movie theater that he's trying to save.
Running. Oh my God.
Right?
Am I just a character in one of my things? I'm gonna need a few more of these Mai Tais. I've just had my fucking Truman moment. Oh my God. Oh my God, that's so fucked up. My character runs this old movie theater, and Ralph is the local newspaper critic, and he's got some really good lines. There's some good jokes in here, man.
I think so too.
Shannen comes back. Her family owns the movie theater, but her dad died and stuff, and so,
She's gone off to Hollywood and become a star.
she's done something else, and then she comes back. We're clearly old friends and whatnot, and so it just sets up the premise and stuff. A fair warning: Shannen is amazing in it. She's wonderful.
Yes.
But fair warning: you're about to see a very young Ralph Garman, and
Very young. I was never very young.
and a very round Kevin Smith. So this is 2013. This is years before the heart attack. So I'm clocking in at 310 here.
Yeah, you're a big boy.
Yeah, it's
The jokes are flying about it too.
lots of fat jokes, man, to deflect and whatnot. I'm wearing the blue jerseys, not even the black jerseys I was wearing for years before the heart attack. So this is going old school and whatnot. But Shannen is just having a good ass fucking
He
time.
was so adorable in this. It only runs about 8 or 9 minutes, so we'll all watch it together. But here it is.
The Hunger Games sequel is full of so many irritating children that even a pro-lifer will rethink their stance on Roe v. Wade.
What, too political?
It's a movie review, dude, of a kid's movie. Do you really want to make even vague references to abortion?
Vague?
The Hunger Games is one big giant cinematic abortion.
Take that, Hollywood.
I'm telling you, man, your review is gonna make me finally see one of these Hunger Games pictures.
Hold on. You run a movie theater and you've never seen The Hunger Games?
Ugh, I'm a fat man, sir. Hunger's not a game to me.
I just changed the light bulbs in the men's room, and now we got a problem.
What's the problem?
All the roaches just ran into the ladies' room. Yeah.
Speaking of the men's room, excuse me, gentlemen, I gotta take a wicked Michael Bay.
Hey, I would clean up after George Lucas, but I am not cleaning up after Michael Bay.
I would never make you clean up a Michael Bay. Meth, we're friends, man.
We all friends, but when friends get together, we bitch about our boss. And my friend is a good guy.
Yes.
But my boss is lazy.
Lazy, man. Who bought all the Glade plugins?
Did you plug them in?
No, can you do it? The sockets are so low.
Why all the sudden interest in how this place looks and smell anyway?
Well, now that Mr. Marmot's gone, the estate lawyers want to evaluate the theater, and I don't want to give them any reason to close us down.
What about Marmot's granddaughter out in Hollywood? Wasn't that your girlfriend?
Jeanette was never my girlfriend. She was a friend who just happened to be a girl, man. We worked together, we watched tons of movies together, but we were never romantically involved. We were like best friends.
Sounds like young Tubby couldn't close the deal.
Tubby couldn't. God, and I wanted to, man. I was such a big fat loser back then.
Yeah, back then. Listen, man, this really breaks my heart. I mean, you were really into that girl.
I was, Meth. Jeanette Marmot's the one that got away. She's kind of like my rosebud.
Citizen Kane got to ride Rosebud.
Hey, is the manager around?
Yeah, around 300 pounds.
Give me pop, give me popcorn.
And it makes me go pop. Oh my God!
Oh my God, Meth, this is Jeanette. What do you look amazing?
And you look like you're so committed to hockey jerseys.
Well, it is the fat guy's moo-moo.
You still work here?
Yeah, I still work here, but your Gramps, he made me the manager.
Yeah, that was like 20 years ago.
Yeah, well, I don't come from dreamers and doers like you, man. I come from a more practical people. When I was a little boy, my father would say, son, see that mountain? Never climb it. That's why whenever I see a bar that's too high, I simply lower the bar. And then I step over that and I call that an accomplishment, man. Achievement unlocked credits.
You know, you have not changed a bit. Literally, you were wearing that the day that I left.
You're out of your mind. Everything's different now. When you left, I was making $5 an hour. You know what I make now? $9 an hour, man.
You know, it feels so good to laugh. It's been a tough week, and now I have to tie up all the loose ends with Gramps' estate.
Well, how long you be in town?
Maybe a month.
A month?
Oh, wait.
Yeah, go ahead, man. We got a month to catch up. Go. A month. Take it out there, man. A month. We got a month. I got a month, man! Did you hear that? She's gonna be here for 1 month. That gives me 1 month to tell the only woman I ever loved how I've always felt about her. Oh, my heart is racing.
Raise your hand in the air.
Yeah.
Now wave them like you just don't care. Hey.
Oh. Thank you for kicking it old school for me.
I know how new rap scares you.
Yeah. The problem is it's just so aggressive.
Yeah, okay. All right, here she comes. Go make you move.
Yeah, okay. You think I'm a movie geek? This lady right here, sir, she is a movie geek.
And this was my movie buddy. I mean, we spent more time in the dark than most married couples.
Yeah. Just like most married couples, we never had sex.
No. You know what? Everybody thought that we were having sex. I had to scrub Jeanette's a chubby chaser off the bathroom wall every week.
Yeah, man, and every week I'd have to write it again in darker marker.
Jeanette Marmot? Here? Ha! Lance Dancer, film critic for the Allegheny Weekly. And I have to say, I loved writing about your movie, Mars Hopes.
So you liked my movie?
Oh, no. In the words of Al Pacino, Mars Hopes is to movies what gonorrhea is to dating. Ooh-ah.
You know what, man? That's way beyond the pale. Get Al Pacino out of here, Meth.
What, you're forcing me out of the movies?
Yeah, we call it the Mel Gibson.
You know, man, don't listen to that guy. You know what his review of Toy Story 3 was?
What?
He called it Schindler's Toy Box.
Yeah, but you know what? I mean, he knew just the right thing to say. My movie flopped. I mean, it was dropped from every movie theater within a week.
Well, not every theater. I've been playing it since it opened.
Why?
Why? Because I'm proud of you, man. I want people to see it. You've been talking about making Mars Hopes since we were little kids. Then one day you just went and did it. That's like the most amazing thing I've ever seen anyone do in my life. And I watch Cirque du Soleil porn.
What is that called?
Jerk du Soleil? You made all your dreams come true, Jens. That makes you like my hero, man.
Heroes make money at the box office.
Green Lantern didn't. Just face it, man, you made a really cool movie, one that I can still watch every day. I watch your movie so often, I could movie-okie your movie.
You cannot movie-okie my movie.
Oh, I can movie-okie your movie, lady.
How hard?
Real hard.
Ooh.
Yeah.
What's movie-okie?
Okay, do you remember Waterworld? Well, nobody came to see it. So Kevin made up this game where he turned off all the sound and did the dialogue himself.
I did, man. We did it for Pulp Fiction. One time we did it for Empire Strikes Back.
Oh God, your dirty dancing was unbelievable. His dancing was so much dirtier.
Yeah, I was like this. Nobody puts these babies in a corner.
You know, I've not had that much fun in a movie theater in a really long time.
Well, today is your lucky day then, Meth. Go run Mars Hopes, but turn the sound off.
Gotcha.
It's been 20 years, man. You want a movie-okie?
Let's movie-okie.
Yeah!
Ooh. 2 seconds, I gotta take this.
Take it, man. I'll be in the theater waiting.
Okay. Hello? Yeah, I'm there now. No, I haven't told them yet. Look, it's still my movie theater, so I can keep it open one more day if I want to. This is gonna be a lot harder than I thought.
Occasionally, maybe, when you aren't acting like such a scoundrel. Scoundrel? Scoundrel. I like the sound of that.
Into the chute, flyboy.
Stop that.
I go low. I go so low.
Math!
I said Wookie, no touchy.
Have you seen any black people around?
You look like you need a hand job.
You guys are ruining it, man. That's not how you play the game.
Buy the show and produce it, and we'll tell you.
I will forever feel bad that I couldn't make that Mallrats sequel happen.
You tried.
Yeah, but still, it's just that's a bummer, man. She wanted to do it. She was into it and stuff. And we were lucky to have had her, our generation. She was huge. Like, she made an impact and whatnot.
She gave a lot of people a lot of happiness, you know?
She really did. But I don't know. I was lucky to have known her at all. She was fucking special. Way too fucking young. Way too young.
Let's raise a glass to Shannen Doherty.
Yeah.
Cheers. All right, we still have a show to do.
What?
They brought their
I thought we were done.
We should do some of the show.
We should.
We're going to talk to some folks who came long distances or celebrating special occasions with us here in the audience. It's a segment we call the Shout-Outs.
It's a shout out.
Kevin and Ralph, so get your cock out. Yeah. Get your cock out.
That was for you, Shan.
You know who likes anal? I know personally. Elvin and Luce, are you guys here tonight? Elvin and Luce? Where are you? Oh,
Hey! How are you?
Elvin writes in, my wife and I will be attending the show, and I want to give a special shout out to my incredible wife, Luce. Am I saying that correctly?
What up, Luce?
L-U-Z, Luce.
Lucy loves you.
Him?
Luce loves you, Alvin? Well,
Oh.
that's convenient. You're all married.
I was like, such a weird thing to confess your love for me in front of him, but I'll totally, if he wants to cuck it out, let's fucking...
Luce is a truly phenomenal woman and inspiration to everyone around her. She has endured and triumphed over some of life's toughest challenges, including beating cancers.
Fuck, man. Well done.
Experienced been working on the front lines during the COVID pandemic.
Shit. The noble work right there.
She has always been an amazing mother, sister, daughter, and wife, balancing all these roles with immense grace and strength to put up with my dumb ass. Would you please tell Luce I'm so proud of her and grateful to share this life with her. We will get through this together. Luce apparently just lost her mother, and I know what that's like, Luce, so we're thinking.
That's so sorry.
Please also tell her to get ready because I'll be penetrating her brown eye after.
You think you're sad now? I'll give you something to cry about.
And Pee Wee Herman helped her loosen up her starfish.
Hey now! So you're gonna have to take it into hiding! That's all I have to say.
Dan and Jason from Prescott, Arizona. You guys here? Where are you guys? My friend Jason's first HBO viewing, but I'll probably pay him some of the episodes on the 6.5-hour drive to the show. You guys drove from Prescott? Damn. Oh, that's mad.
Did you come to town just for this?
Yes.
Fucking hell.
And I loved her, man. Do you want my vegetables? Whatever.
I'm here for a double dose of celebration. My birthday next week, the last one in my 40s, and my upcoming anniversary of my year of heck. Others have had real years of hell, so I think mine only qualifies as heck. I read your year of heck. It's hell. It really is. I met a woman online that I hit it off with, and she proposed to me after a month, and foolishly I got married a month later. You're a fucking idiot. That's a heck of your own design. I moved in with her and her daughter, then found out she was basically the talented Mrs. Ripley. Her entire life backstory was a lie. She got physically abusive. She held my dog hostage. She tried to blackmail me. Jesus Christ.
I think this is well beyond heck.
Full on hell.
Yeah. This ain't even a suburb of heck.
But you're out, you're free, and you're clear now, right? You're clean? She's not here, is she? Blink if she's here. Are you wearing your kilt tonight, by the way?
Yes, I am.
Oh, yeah. He said, anyway, I wore my kilt to the show. If any available ladies are interested in learning the various ways to do a kilt check, I'll be happy to demonstrate after the show. This is the kind of shit that got you in trouble.
Didn't you fucking learn? Never mind, kilt check. Check that shit right there. Keep it in your fucking kilt.
My request.
Do you wear underwear with the kilt or no?
There's only one way to find out.
Oh, is that what the kilt check is? I just caught on. I didn't know what we were talking about, but I was really bluffing through it, but now I feel satisfied. So what? Are you wearing? Are you wearing underwear under your kilt?
There's only one way to find out.
This lady wants to see your dick. And I got to tell you, I backed that play. No, but seriously, I've always wondered, does one wear...
No.
Well, I'm asking, where are you? I know, this guy over here is like... He's like, fucking no, it's Snooki. Do you wear underwear?
It depends on how family friendly the event is.
Oh, fair enough. That's a fair question. All right, so tonight. Right. All right, well, here we are in Burbank, not windy at all.
And you're at a show, a comedy show.
No kids.
What would tonight, for example, tonight, what would that entail beneath your kilt?
Are you living up to the name of the club, Flappers? Because we could shoot that and have a whole fucking ad for the club. And that's fucking, I don't know. That's what would keep me out of a kilt. I would have to wear fucking underwear at all times and shit.
Dude, it's the only reason I want to wear a kilt.
So you don't have to wear underwear. But you got them balls that scrape on the ground. No, what you need to do is wrap it up top, like you know how they got like a rabbit at the top of it and shit? That pelty thing, little pouch, that could be your pouch. You wrap the balls fucking over the top and you're like, oi. Oi, oi, oi. No, but you got to do it in a Scottish accent.
It puts the ball. Or else it gets the hose again.
You were fucking shockingly prepared for that. Most people would have to like go someplace and figure out some Scott, but you had it just right there at your disposal.
Always thinking about where my balls are going to go next. Dan suggests my request is sing "I Will Survive" in the impression of your choosing. Thank you for all the laughter, Dan Andrews. Well, Dan, every time I think of this song, I think I've done this before, but it always makes me smile. Arnold Schwarzenegger show.
So who is this? Who is it?
What?
Just for those who
How many
missed.
fucking Mai Tais are
Just fucking, I'm for the camera, bitch. I wasn't rolling. I'm rolling now.
said Arnold Schwarzenegger.
I know, but before I started rolling, fucko. Just fucking do your job. Act, bitch. Dude, put it on your little fucking show. Do it.
I feel like Irene Cara in Fame.
Yeah, you're out here. No, you're gonna be out here on your own if you don't fucking do your little sketch. I'll tell you, unlike fucking Irene Cara, you ain't gonna live forever unless you do your fucking bit. Let's go on.
I think she passed away.
Oh, I meant the song. What? She didn't know? Are you serious?
Nice work. We're Kyle Gass and Jack Black.
Creatively, we don't know where it's going.
I was thunderstruck by my crass joke about Irene Cara.
It wasn't, again, it was about the song lyric. I was, up until this moment, he disabused me of the notion that she was alive. I thought Irene Cara was alive. End of disclaimer.
Hang a little music for this, please.
First I was afraid, I was petrified, thinking I could ever live without you by my side. Ever spending all those nights thinking how you did me wrong. I grew strong. To get along, and now you're back from outer space.
Boogie, boogie.
So now go. Get on the chopper. I
around the world. Josh? Garman's got an email back!
Featuring Kevin's reactions.
Jen writes in, I posted these tattoos on Reddit earlier today, and someone told me I had to send it to Hollywood Babble-On. I hope you get a chuckle out of it. This is Jen's new tattoos he just got. He wanted to show us. There you go.
Oh, shit. That is pretty awesome. Really is. I mean, I've over the years I've met so many people who have like me and Jay inked on their bodies, and I still don't. I feel like I should put Jay on my body. He should put me on his. Yeah, it'd be weird if I put me on my own body. But I think we should. Like we should do this. But like my leg is that one, and his leg is that one.
And then when you guys stand together,
Jay and Silent Bob are reunited.
there you go.
Oh my God, that's fucking good. The other leg, you. Then when I stand next to you, Hollywood Babble-On is reunited.
Yeah, I'm not getting you on my leg.
Why, man?
What about the balls?
That's a good fucking.
My balls?
That's good.
Put Kevin from that video on my balls. Kevin's too thin now to show up on my balls.
It's good luck. Yeah, I'd be in the crack and stuff. It's good luck. That'd be a good luck thing. You wouldn't want me on your leg? Yeah.
How so?
I don't know. Worked out for this guy. He's on Hollywood Babble-On.
So am I without tattoos.
Well, then you're not working for it like he is. Fucking Nepo baby.
Jason Tompkins writes in, now that you have a new impression, it's not new, I've been doing it forever, but I did it recently, and people were talking about Peter Falk as
Yeah.
Can you creep Kevin out by doing the creepy clown as Peter Falk? Thanks for the years of fun, Jason Tompkins. We haven't done creepy clown for a while.
We haven't, man.
Yeah.
And we'll see if Peter Falk
For
works.
those who aren't familiar, it's been a while. I always said to Kevin, one of the creepiest things I always find is when you see like psychotic clowns putting on makeup in a mirror, and that clown music goes.
It's still unnerving.
On their face, and the crowns are creepy as fuck. So we were doing a bit for a while where I would do it as different people. So now this chap, who's this guy? Jason Tompkins wants to see it as Peter Falk, Columbo.
Creepy Clown time? Oh my God, it has a theme song. I forgot. That's how old the bit is.
Now Kevin has to cancel all the holiday. Peter Falk, Columbo, as the creepy clown.
Okay. It's rational.
One more thing. I'm sorry. Can I ask you one more question?
Excellent fucking Falk, man.
Folks, send us in at our
Hey. Falk you. Hey. Falk you, right? Go ahead.
Folks send in at our request towns that have fucked up names.
Yeah.
This one comes from John Papzinski. I believe that's how you say it. That's a lot of consonants.
There are.
Ralph and Kevin, I was traveling through South Carolina recently, and I found this interesting place. Yeah, this seems like a good place if you like to watch.
I mean, that could be a service. It's like people make out in fucking cars. Then there are lonely people who just like to watch.
Right.
They just hang out in the woods, and if you're gonna go fuck in public, there you go.
Right.
Fucking everyone's happy.
Well, if you're a couple, though, she has to be your...
You were looking over my shoulder like, are they here? You were like, I did for the first time. I realized there are monitors everywhere. You were looking past me, and I was like, "What? Are you having a stroke?" You're like,
I'm sorry, it's the.
"What the fuck is that?"
But if the couple, man, it's got to be your woman with someone else.
Is that right?
You can't be a lonely single guy. You got to bring a woman and then have some other guy.
Bullshit. I say cuckold could be. I use it as a verb just to mean I look at shit. Like, you know what I fucking cucked, man? It was season 3 of The Bear. Cooked that whole fucking thing.
You are using that wrong. I appreciate your initiative.
I'm cooking at you, kid.
Once again, not how.
Oh, they finally turned the lights back on. It was getting creepy for a second. Yeah, really.
We also get emails from folks, things that are meant for children to enjoy. Well, when you look at them, you realize these are inappropriate toys.
Not appropriate for girls, not appropriate for boys. What the fuck is that? Inappropriate toys.
This is the summer edition of Inappropriate Toys because it's been hot lately. It's hot in here. I'm sweating balls.
Are you warm?
It could be the booze.
Are you warm?
It's not the booze.
Yeah, I am.
Before we came out, Ralph was like, I can't wear the leather tonight.
Leather jacket tonight. I'm sweating like a pig.
It's Bobby.
Could be all the cocaine. I don't know.
Can we?
Cocaine, it's all the same.
Can we draw an ice bath for the performer when he's
Just ice
done?
on my pants, that's all I need. Diane Callan in Florida writes, I was looking for water pistols for my kids to play with this summer, and I came across these. What kid wouldn't love one of these? And so she sent in this photo. Yeah. The old fake penis water pistol. How much that little girl thinks it's hilarious.
That little girl is cucking it out right there.
It's not how it works.
Whose fucking dick makes the noise? That kid's got to have that shit looked at. Where's his mother? Take him to the fucking dick doctor. You know, the fucking pediatric dick doctor.
Sure, pediatric dick doctor.
Have you ever once been in a urinal, been like, she? It's the tap.
No more Mai Tais. Next one from Joshua Gilmore. He writes, Dear Ralph and Kevin, I don't think I want my kids swimming in this pool, he writes. Oh, what's wrong with this pool?
Oh, shit. He's sheeting all over the joint.
And lastly, this one comes from Scott Noble. He said, what kid wants to play with this in the bath? I agree. Can we see this video of this bath toy?
What is it doing? Shitting?
It's having bloody stools. Get your kids the colorectal cancer draft.
That fucking Game of Thrones spinoff series doesn't look very good.
Nessie shitting in my bathtub. This is me. Well, besides Shannon, sadly, we lost a boatload of really high-quality entertainers.
It was a bad week. A lot of people who've been in stuff we love.
So we're going to have to pay tribute to them in this segment we call the Tinseltown Stiffs.
And now, another edition of Tinseltown Stiffs. They will be missed.
Shelley Duvall has passed away at the age of 75. Very talented actress. You know her, of course, from The Shining, famously.
Olive oil, man.
Olive oil and Popeye. Maybe the best bit of casting in terms of a comic book movie ever. Is there any other actress who could play Olive Oil other than Shelley Duvall?
Think about it. Like, I ain't taking anything away from Robin Williams. He's a genius and stuff. But they had to put a lot of makeup on him to make him Popeye.
Forearm.
She literally put on a dress when she was Olive Oil. It's pretty impressive. What a fucking amazing talent. As children of the 70s and 80s, man, we grew up with her.
Yeah, for sure. Robert Altman loved her, used her in 5 different films. But many of us do remember her as Olive Oil. Here is a little bit of her singing from that great soundtrack by Harry Nilsson.
It's like a dime a dance, I'll take a chance, I will, because he needs me. No one ever asked before, because they never needed me.
But I do.
But he does. Maybe it's because he's so alone. Maybe it's because he's never had a home. He needs me, 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 he needs me.
Oh, angles and
Yeah. I saw that 5 times in a theater when I was a kid.
It's a weird film.
Yeah.
I've seen it recently. It's not cuddly, it's odd.
It's very Robert Altman-esque.
It's Altman.
Yeah, it's Altman, pure Altman.
Dr. Ruth.
You owe me an apology. Remember, that's the character in the movie. He's like, you owe me an apology.
I thought I actually owed you an apology.
No. I interviewed Shelley Duvall, was it last year? The last film she was in was Wolf Hill, I believe it's called.
It's a horror film.
Horror film, yeah. We ran it at Smod Castle and back in Jersey, my movie theater. And she zoomed in for a Q&A afterwards.
How was that? I know she was battling towards the end of her life with some mental illness issues.
She was fine. She was absolutely fine. You know, she referenced what's his name?
Dr. Phil
Kubrick.
Oh.
She didn't say him by name, but she was talking about like having a hard time.
Yeah.
In her career with the director.
Rough on her during Shining.
Jesus, if you ever watch that documentary, it's like it'll change the Shining. Speaking of Shining, like kudos for fucking the Olive Oil pull instead of the more obvious Shining pull.
I thought it was more friendly.
Totally. Like, especially to send her off, not a shot of her like, oh my God!
What do you want to talk about, Wendy? What do you want to talk about, Wendy?
No.
Not really fun.
No. You're right, that was very fucking cool. That was a good pull.
Dr. Ruth Westheimer has passed away at the age of 96. Jesus. Went out with a bang.
Another.
Went out with a bang. Thank you, sir.
Holy shit. I doubt it. I doubt she went out with a bang at age 96.
You don't know.
That's true. She was all about it.
Sex. 4'7", little German accented. Everybody's grandmother, of course, famously had her sexual literacy radio show, and that made her a best-selling pop icon and author as well. But I always remember her on Letterman, how she used to make Letterman uncomfortable every time she was on.
I always remember her as the Where's the Beef Lady?
No.
The fucking deep insult, as if she was your mother. It's a joke. They were both 80s fucking icons.
Oh. Where's the beef? It would be funny if she was looking for the beef.
Technically, in her career, she was always asking philosophically, where's the beef?
Here's Dr. Ruth making David Letterman wildly uncomfortable.
I even suggested to her, and the people out there just reminded me of that if she does want to feel something inside her vagina, that it's perfectly all right to either use a cucumber or...
Midwest boy wasn't ready for that kind of stuff.
There was a time when that might be surprising or shocking on TV.
I know.
Yeah. She was an icon, man. Huge bucket of wind. As was Shelley Duvall. Huge bucket of wind.
Richard Simmons.
As was Shannon, of course. Huge bucket of wind.
Richard Simmons passed away at the age of 76.
Another huge bucket of wind. What an amazing life he had. And this is a guy who always went out of his way to help fucking people he never even met. And shit.
All he wanted to do was for people to get healthy. That's his only goal.
Yeah.
That and make David Letterman.
Let's go. Welcome back to the program. You look great.
You didn't mean it, did you?
No. How you doing, Richard?
Why do you think I aggravate you?
Oh, you know, I don't know.
I'm not annoying at all. Look, I'm happy, I'm perky.
Yeah.
I'm here to see you and I love you.
Yeah. Now listen,
He was a big part of my childhood. I was a hefty kid. When my grandparents lived around the block from us in Highlands. And when my grandfather died, I was 9 years old. My mom was like, go spend the night with your grandmother. She's alone for the first time. So I went around the block. It was like literally right around the block from my house. And spent the night. And kept spending the night for 2 years. Just would always go spend the night at my grandmother's house as she got used to being alone and stuff like that.
It's very sweet of you.
It was when I went to Sierra Tucson when I was in the nut house like last year. They told me that was where I learned my utility. That like I learned to be helpful because everyone was like, "Oh my God, Kevin, like you're taking care of grandma. That's so special and sweet and blah blah blah." And that's where I learned to be responsive to be a people pleaser. But anyway, side note. So, who were we talking about? Richard Simmons. So, I'm at grandma's every morning. No, leave that alone. Fucking, I don't want to have to fight you for my Mai Tai. Mai Tai. Every morning, Richard Simmons had the show, which was in syndication and stuff.
Yes.
So every morning, my grandmother, like because I would sleep there and then I'd get up, watch TV, she'd make me breakfast, and then I'd go round to my house, get dressed, and go to school. So every morning she would be like, you watch this, because he's good. He's going to teach you to be healthy.
She was trying to
She wanted, which totally fine, but she would do it. She would be like, you watch this. While she gave me a plate of 3 gigantic pieces of French toast that she made. So it wasn't, I don't think it was cruel. I just think she didn't put two and two together, but she would be like, this will be good. You learn to exercise. As I'm like, all right. This is fantastic. You're right. He's very entertaining.
I'm working up an appetite just
Yeah, oh my God. Sweating to these oldies. But yeah, he was, he didn't know me personally, but he tried to make me healthy when I was a kid through the television and stuff. My grandmother absolutely loved him. Huge bucket of wind.
James B. Sicking also passed away. Great character actor.
Doogie's dad.
Doogie on Doogie.
And Hill Street Blues. He was the cop.
He was Howard Hunter on Hill Street Blues as well.
He was like a Vietnam vet, and he was very like
he was
by the
the
book.
SWAT team there on Hill Street. He
was in Star Trek as well.
Yeah.
Which one? 3, I think.
I think so.
Yeah.
Played one of the officers of the Starfleet.
Yeah, in one
He's
scene.
in a ton of movies. If you watch a lot of movies from the 70s and 80s, he'll pop up from time to time. I got a chance to meet him when I was working on Doogie Howser years and years and years ago.
I'm sorry now? What?
I was on Doogie Howser. Don't you remember?
Did everyone else hear that? Wait, what? Were you really on Doogie Howser?
Yeah, we've covered this.
I know about the charm thing.
Yeah.
I didn't know about this. What'd you do on Doogie Howser?
I played an EMT on Doogie Howser who mocked Doogie's friend and made him feel bad about himself because a patient died under his care.
Josh, hit the clip.
Did you pay for it?
Did what happen?
Did you pay for it? Like, did your character receive justice? Or
No, I was just a...
You said some shit and got away with
I was
it?
in the locker room. I was smart-ass mocking him in the locker room, being all smart-ass.
You made Doogie feel bad about
It
himself?
wasn't Doogie, it was his friend I made feel bad.
Well, who gives a shit about that, man? Doogie Boogie. He's the maker.
Ray, who was an orderly throughout the series, eventually becomes an EMT, and then a person dies under his care. And me and another guy mock him in the line.
What did you say?
I was like, well, if you don't touch him, you can't kill him, right, Ray?
What a cunt you are. Yeah, no doubt. What did you say? When you accepted your Emmy that year, what did you say?
Fucking Bobby. That was Bobby.
That was House. That was a different guest star role that was given to me as a present as well.
So wait, what did he say to you?
Sitting on the set,
Yeah.
and he was a lovely man, and I was a huge Hill Street Blues fan.
Right.
When I was back in Philly, me and my friends would gather together and watch it like appointment television, and we would watch it together. So I just talked to him about it, and he was very kind.
Fucking
Anyway, here's a little of his work from Hill Street Blues.
Frank, I'm hearing a rumor of prostitutes on premises at the Club Como last night.
There was also a cop murder last night. Which would you have me attend to first, Howard?
Just issue a gall darn memo, Frank. When the need arises, men move $10 from one pocket to the other. And,
What?
Judas Priest, man. How do you spell relief?
Judas Priest, man. Wow. I really thought your fucking James B. Sicking story was gonna have some, and then he fucking said to me, "You know who does anal?" It didn't go that way.
He was a gentleman.
I mean, well, what are you saying? Shannen wasn't?
And speaking of gentlemen, one of the legends, Bob Newhart, passed away at the age of 94.
Absolute legend. 94. He deserved to live that long, man. Yeah.
His wife is now gone. She died last year. His best friend, Don Rickles, left us a few years ago. So
They were best friends.
yeah,
It's adorable.
for many, many, many years. Just a legend, a comic legend. I know that word gets thrown around, but literally this guy not only had two wildly successful sitcoms with the Bob Newhart Show and Newhart. Bob was not as successful as those, but he kept saying he was going to keep shortening titles until he got enough. But in the 60s, a stand-up comedian phenomenon, one of the most successful comedy records of all time.
Button-down mind of Bob Newhart.
Yeah, went to #1 on the charts.
And it was his first thing, right?
Yeah.
Like he was an ad guy, accountant. That's
Yeah, and then got into comedy. Just a genius. And his famous shtick when he was a stand-up was that he would do one-sided phone calls. He'd do comedy routines talking to someone on the phone. And that made him a great reactor. And when you see him in the sitcom, nobody reacted. You could get more laughs just with his face reacting to people than Bob Newhart. Case in point, here's a clip from the old Bob Newhart show.
I've never met him.
My first guest is psychologist Dr. Robert Hartley.
We won't be doing any more grabbing, will we?
huge bucket of wind. Absolute fucking legend.
Sometimes in TV shows, movies, they make mistakes that someone should catch somewhere along the way, and they don't, and we call those things shit that should not be.
And now for shit we should not see. Here's some shit that should not be.
First time an intro's ever gotten the. All right.
You want to smell it?
No, I'm good.
Don't wave it off.
This is not Cup Landing. Are Amy and Nick here? The audience?
No!
Hi. They said in tonight's shit that should not be. They're working their way through 90 sitcoms, and they ran into your old show, Kevin, King of Queens.
Let me tell you something. When me and Leah Remini had our fucking... Oh, it was nuts, man. That's why I brought her back for that other sitcom. Didn't quite work out, but whatever. Kevin can wait.
In this episode, the great Jerry Stiller, who plays her dad in that, has ordered from PBS. He gave a donation to PBS and he's looking for a tote bag.
Okay.
Instead, they sent him a DVD box set, and he's very upset. He shouldn't be upset because the DVD box set apparently is fucking magical. You'll understand when you watch this clip from King of Queens.
What
What you got going there, Dad?
Say hello to another unlucky bastard chewed up and spit out by the PBS machine.
Hello?
Look at what those comments sent me instead of that beautiful bag.
Dad, this is their entire Civil War series. This is great.
Oh, please. Father against son, brother against brother. Cry me a river. Civil War box set.
Just saying this is much more valuable than that tote bag you wanted.
Oh, really? Can I put my oranges in
World War I box set. World War I
We
box
ran
set.
out of tote bags and sent you this instead.
I didn't buy this. I bought a tote bag.
You didn't buy anything.
Civil War box set.
This is a gift.
It's not the gift I wanted.
All right, hang up. You're
World War I box set.
Wow. Do you think it was, you know how they do different takes and shit? Somebody must have been like, World War I is sad. Now Civil War, that's funny. Wow.
Yeah, like, what about all those shots we have of the World War I box set? Oh, no one will notice. Meet the Aussies.
Good looking out.
Acting is a funny business. Sometimes bad acting can go all the way around to become exquisite acting. To be or not to be? That is the question.
Welcome to the world of exquisite acting with Ralph Garman and Kevin Smith.
Ray Polakowski sent this one in. Been a listener since day one. He writes, the other night I was watching a movie and fell asleep. Another movie started. I woke up to this scene. I thought it was a fever dream. It was a slasher movie from 1982 called Pieces, starring Linda Day George, her husband Christopher George, and even Bluto from Popeye, Paul L. Smith.
It's a Popeye night.
The story of dismembered co-eds on a college campus. Linda is really upset about this murder. Hope you enjoy Ray. So here we go. A little exquisite acting from Linda Day George.
Kendall, where are you? What happened?
Another one. In the locker room. It's Susie Bellings. You see it?
Yes! While we were out here fumbling with that music, the lousy bastard was in there killing her!
We had that fucking movie at RST Video, man, and now I'm regretting not watching it.
Oh my God.
Yeah, it was on the wall. Fuck.
Bastard!
It was big. She committed to that performance.
Let's take a look at all the entertainment news in a segment we call the HBO headlines.
Give me head, give me head, give me headlines, and give me head.
Did you watch Tiger King?
Fuck yeah, I did. I went through COVID like everybody else. Of course I watched Tiger King.
Eric Good, the co-director and producer of Tiger King, thinks he's got the next big hit. He has produced a miniseries called Chimp Crazy. It's the story of a former nurse named Tanya Haddix, who refers to herself as the Dolly Parton of chimps. You know, to separate her from the other Dolly Parton. She has a special affection for Tonka, a 32-year-old retired Hollywood chimp who apparently authorities try to take away from her, and there's a big brouhaha surrounding it. They say this is going to be the next thing from Netflix. You be the judge. Here's the teaser trailer.
Oh, shit.
Tonka and I just found each other. And Tonka loved me as much as I loved Tonka. It was meant to be. It was just natural. It's like your love for God. And I'll do anything to protect that primate. Anything.
That fight over chimpanzees should be
The chimpanzee lady now making national news.
They're going to have to bring sheriffs, and they're going to have to bring everything that they can. I would give anything that I had possession-wise up for that child. I would give my life for him. And that's exactly what I did, to be honest.
What was in the top bunk?
Little monkey, another little monkey.
Yeah.
Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes.
Fuck.
She says she loves Tonka more than her own children.
I mean,
he's pretty cute. He's pretty cute, man.
You know, but Tonka's the old one, right?
The old one, the 32-year-old one behind the glass partition.
They need to be behind the glass partition because once they pass puberty, 100%, dude, 100%.
No matter how much you love Tonka, he wants to kill you.
Yeah.
And when you're slapping his hand as he's reaching under the bars,
He's like, one day, I'm gonna pull your face off.
So I'm hoping it ends with her death.
I think
I'm always happy with the ending of shows.
I'm too tender-hearted to watch that. It doesn't seem like anything good's gonna come of that.
Oh, you can watch a guy keep tigers in captivity, but not cute little monkeys.
That fucking broke me too. By the end of it, I was like, "That's what this shit's about." I don't wanna. I feel too much. Don't you, as an artist? Aren't you a feelsy guy?
Fuck, those are long dead.
Really? Cocaine just burned all that shit out?
You'll understand the more you start drinking.
I gotta tell you, I'm too Mai Tais in. I just care even more.
Yeah. We'll come out the other side of that. It'll be fine. The record plant is closing. For those who are music fans, you know what the record plant is. A legendary recording facility in Southern California there in Hollywood. Since 1972, some of the most famous records we've ever listened to have been recorded there. Sadly, there's no interest in big recording studios anymore because everybody can record something on a laptop.
Where is this?
It's on Sycamore, North
I
Sycamore.
think I've been there. I think I recorded something there once.
You wouldn't be alone.
Who else?
Eagles did Hotel California there. Guns N' Roses did Appetite for Destruction. Fleetwood Mac did Rumors there. The Blues Brothers soundtrack for the movie was recorded there. The soundtrack to Rick Springfield's Hard to Hold was recorded there.
I believe I recorded
No applause for Hard to Hold.
I believe.
Love somebody. It's late. You better love somebody. Don't wait.
Is that your Peter Falk singing? To that list of luminaries, you can add Kevin Smith recorded a podcast there once. Fair enough. If you just wanted to round out the list, some of those names are a little untouchable.
Maybe you went there for this reason. They said the record plant was more than just a recording studio. It also offered suites for its clients featuring a hot tub, water beds, bondage gear, or mirrored ceilings.
I don't think I did record there.
Yeah.
I think I might have remembered something like that.
Speaking of music, are you familiar with Ingrid Andress? She's a country musician.
I am now.
Yeah. She may have recorded the worst edition of the national anthem. Don't play it. Home run. What do you mean don't play it? I'm fucking playing it. Nothing has ever been funnier every time I hear it. I thought it was the Steve Martin Let's Get Small album had the record personally for me. Like I kept laughing every time I heard it. Now it's Ingrid Andress singing the national anthem. Never not funny.
I'm familiar with it only because she came out and said, I'm going to rehab.
For a treat.
Is that right?
Oh, yes. She was at the home run derby for the Major League Baseball, and she said she was drunk. In all fairness, when
She did. She said she's going to rehab, right?
I've never been this drunk. That's fucking saying something.
That's true. Give me another Mai Tai. I might be fucking Ingrid Andress drunk.
Here's a little taste of her singing the national anthem. No. Allegedly drunk. Shut up.
Wow. One more time. One more time. One more time. One more time.
All right.
Yeah!
You do it, Gabby. I trust you.
Take it back.
It'll be worth it. Wait.
Whitney Houston, Ingrid Andress. Both defined.
Ingrid Andress.
Yeah.
Roseanne Barr. Ingrid Andress.
Yeah.
She may have taken the crown.
I did read, though, however, in the wake of all this, her music has taken an uptick, I guess, on Spotify. Because people are like, who is she? And they're wanting to know if she could sing.
Making assholes famous.
Says a pair of famous assholes.
That's why I can't explain why I'm not more famous. I've been an asshole for years.
It's true.
Projected up the charts.
Because it's not fucking length, it's width.
Hey, speaking of assholes, Justin Bieber's in the news.
Hey!
Justin Bieber. Nobody fucking needs ya. You wanna know why? I'll tell you why. 'Cause you're a little cuss.
That was strong.
You guys mean it.
He felt that. Wherever he is, he felt that.
Justin recently did an interview.
He's just shuddered, and fucking Haley Baldwin was like, did it happen again? He's like, yeah. Somewhere they're chanting it. It's not cool, yo.
Justin did an interview recently, says why we all need Jesus. Because we're bad people.
Oh, I thought
Because he heard that every week in Mark when we've been doing this.
True.
Here's his interview talking about his relationship with Jesus and why everybody needs to have the same relationship with Jesus that Justin Bieber does.
We're not really good at the end of the day. At the core, I don't believe humans are good, and people might, twist this and make me seem like I'm saying humanity's not good. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know if you missed the beginning. He said, we are not good. People are not good. I don't want people to twist that into me saying humanity isn't good. We don't want to twist your words into saying what you just fucking said. But people are no good without Jesus, and then Jesus will make you good because you're garbage without him, basically.
I went to Catholic school for 8 years, and that's pretty much the gist of it.
He didn't mention Jesus in that clip, though.
It's a chunk from a much larger interview where he says...
Earlier, he's going on about it?
Oh, it's just all Jesus up to that point. But I just thought it was interesting. He said that people are not good. Unless you have Jesus, you're not a good person. And I would beg to differ. There's just a lot of different ways you could be a good person.
Agreed.
Don't necessarily involve Jesus.
And don't involve faith of any kind. There's no one correct faith, so it's not like, yeah, but if you don't have Jesus, you gotta ride with Buddha or something. You can be a good person and not have like a moral fucking foundry like we do.
He thinks maybe he wasn't a good person, and that's fine. But don't tell me I'm not a good person. You fucking cunt.
Yeah. Don't project onto us, man.
Hey, time for Geek News.
Ralph and Kevin, Ralph and Kevin, Ralph and Kev. Geek News.
Ooh, we did plug the August 17th show.
At the very beginning. I know it was a long time.
It was 2 hours back, but just in case, kids, August 17th, 6:30, birthday show right here at Flappers, man. Named after the guy who's not wearing underwear under a kilt. Also, may I shout out some other things?
Wow, I couldn't stop you if you wanted to.
Are you going to Comic-Con next weekend?
I'm not. I will be sitting this Comic-Con out.
We, for the last few Comic-Cons, we've been doing pop-up movies at the Tin Roof Inn, but they've closed, so we have no place to do it. So, yes. So, I am going this year. I didn't do Hall H last year, but I am doing Hall H this year. I'm also doing the Simpsons panel on Saturday, Simpsons panel at noon. Hall H at 7 o'clock or 7:30, whenever Marvel gets off the stage. I'm going to Hall H. Of course, I'm going to talk about the 4:30 movie. I'm going to talk about all the other stuff I'm working on. But chiefly, I go because I get to sit in the back during the Marvel panel. Right. Backstage, and you see everything before it happens and shit like that. So that's next weekend. The following weekend, I'm going to be in Jersey doing Vulgarthon. Which is sold out. 4 theaters. We have 700 people coming to watch all the View Askew movies in a row.
And that's in your theater, right?
In Smodcastle Cinemas. But the night before, August 2nd, which is my actual birthday, we're doing a screening of Deadpool. Deadpool and Wolverine. So you can get tickets for that at smodcastlecinemas.com. Then I'm going to... Where the fuck am I going? I'm going to be in... Lexington... Cincinnati next week or 2 weeks from now. Lexington, Kentucky, and then the Smoky Mountain Fan Fest. Then 2 weeks after that, I'm going to be out in New Hampshire and in Vermont. So if anyone listening is anywhere near those places, please buy a ticket.
Where can they go to get tickets, Kevin?
Excellent point, Ralph. csmod.com.
See, I've been working drunk a lot longer.
Yeah, you really have. You remember the pertinent information.
Drop the fucking important part.
The problem is, I'm almost done with this one.
Well, it's okay.
Another Mai Tai would fucking...
almost over.
You know, in all the years, I've never cut you off.
Give him another one.
You've always been too stoned to cut me off.
It's true. Not anymore. Now I'm too drunk.
The Russo brothers, speaking of Marvel, they're talking about coming back to Marvel to direct the next couple Avengers.
Excuse me. Those boys are talented. They made those 2 fucking Avengers movies, and they are excellent. And they made their Captain Americas were excellent. They're great Marvel kids.
Direct Avengers forever, right?
What do you think it's going to be? There's speculation online that when we go... Yes, not Secret Wars. There's speculation online that when we go to San Diego next week, Kevin Feige's going to ask, because they're changing. It's no longer the Kang Dynasty.
Right. They had a falling out with Kang.
They did.
Kang and
split
Marvel
up and stuff.
No longer
so Secret Wars is definitely going to be one of them. But there's huge speculation right now that the other movie that they're going to announce, the Avengers movie going to announce, the change from Kang Dynasty would be Avengers versus X-Men. Could you fucking imagine, bitch? That would be fucking fantastic. Do that even before Secret Wars, for fuck's sake, man. And you can pull that shit off. We know all those characters. You don't have to spend like fucking 10 years building that shit up again. Like, oh, I'm ready. And those guys, they know exactly what the fuck they're doing. Yes! Thank you so much.
You're not on my side, sir.
We got another hour to go, so I can use... Thank you.
Throwing us out of here in 15 minutes.
Go look at the clock.
But this ain't the 6:30 show.
We should do a 6:30 show so we can go till 10.
I'm still kind of stymied by the reaction to the 6:30 show.
Because people like to go out, have a meal, see a show, and then go home. We're old.
Fair enough. Yeah, that too. I'm delighted, man. I really thought people would be like, 6:30, what happened, old man? You gotta get back and watch your old man show. You want to yell at a fucking cloud, old man? But instead, it turns out they're all old. Yeah.
Do you think you're doing it for 30 years and every year, brand new bunch of 12-year-olds?
I don't think I ever conceived of any of them as 12-year-old.
Yeah, you did.
Maybe emotionally, but not like age chronologically.
You like those 12-year-olds.
No way. No way.
As an audience, you pervert. What's wrong with you people? Jesus Christ. Look under his kilt.
Save the 12-year-olds for Stranger Things. That's what I say.
You're moaning, you don't even know what that joke meant. Speaking of crying.
Yes.
This is bullshit, but I appreciate they're trying to get more people interested, like you have to, about this Deadpool Wolverine movie.
Oh, it's going to make all the money. We're going to be the biggest movie of the year.
Be any more interested in this movie than we already
Biggest
are.
movie of the year. I don't think there's a prediction of a hot take prediction, but it's going to be the biggest movie of the year.
A producer named Wendy Jacobson recently said in an interview, when they're doing a camera test for Hugh Jackman as the Wolverine in his classic X-Men blue and gold costume.
Gold. More like yellow.
Yellow. Yeah. It was a camera test before we started shooting, and grown men were sobbing on the set.
I believe it.
It didn't happen.
I believe it. I believe it. Seeing them in the colors, man, and also.
Did you cry when you saw that?
No, but I will.
If you didn't, then nobody.
Fair enough. I will cry when I see him with the cowl on. When he has the headpiece on.
There's rumors that he wears the cowl.
He does. I hear he wears it for like 3 minutes total in the movie, and that's more than enough as far as I'm
Just enough
concerned.
for you to jerk off and come.
Hands down. Hands down your pants. I can't wait for this flick as a fucking fan of Marvel movies. It looks like it's going to be fun. The latest trailer, the last trailer they dropped, is fucking shockingly emotional.
If only we had it so we could watch.
Oh, did you bring it? This shit made me cry.
I know what I'm doing.
Yeah, you are a pro. You're a pro.
Let's roll that.
I know I turned everything into a joke, but I care. Or I want to use that for something important. I waited a long time for this team up. In my world, you're well regarded. You were an X-Man. Fuck that, you were the X-Man. The Wolverine. He's a hero in my world.
Yeah, well, he ain't shit in mine.
Scott used to beg me to wear this suit. So did Storm, Beast. But I couldn't have him thinking I wanted to be there. And it was too late. It's only 9 people, but my entire world is right here in this picture. And I have no idea how to save it alone, but you know how to save her. Whoever you think I am. You got the wrong guy.
Oh, shit!
You were always the wrong guy. Till you weren't.
Are you ready? Fuck yeah, I'm ready. I'm the Wolverine. Stop it.
There's speculation that tag of him going pew, pew, pew with the Spider-Man fingers means that Spider-Man is also going to show up.
Or he's the guy whose penis makes that sound. When
She. How awesome does that look, man? Look, as a movie buff, I can't fucking wait. As a Marvel fan, I can't fucking wait. As a Ryan Reynolds fan, as a Hugh Jackman fan, I can't fucking wait. As a film exhibitor, because I own a movie theater, holy shit, bro. Like, fucking, this is what we've been waiting for. Inside Out 2 was wonderful, and they made it rain, those little emotions. And you know, fucking Despicable Me, we did Goodbye, but this is the fucking movie right here. Like that screening I was talking about on my birthday, this is August 2nd, movie comes out July 26th. So it will have already been out for a while at that point.
A lot of people will have seen it by
We're already at 200 tickets sold out of 230.
Wow.
Yeah, so it's like fucking, it's gonna be huge. That movie's gonna be so fucking
people want to see it with you.
Yeah, maybe, but fucking regardless. I cannot fucking, we're gonna sell so much popcorn. Oh my God, it's gonna be amazing and shit. We're gonna make so much money off the popcorn. That's the only way we make money.
That's the only way any theater makes money.
Disney takes most of the cut of this and shit. Yeah. Like we were gonna do 5 theaters at Smodcastle Cinemas. My theater has 5 different. It's a multiplex. It has 5 different screens. So the plan was for Vulgarthon to do all 5 screens, sell all of them out. The first time in the history of the theater that we would have ever sold out every fucking ticket.
Right.
But when the distributors found out, like that we're going to take that Saturday, the second Saturday, and not show it because we're doing a special program. They said, if you do that, you cannot have it for the first week.
No way.
Yeah, so we were like, well, fuck that. We need this movie more than fucking air. So we left the one theater open on Vulgarthon Day. So there'll be 700 people who are there for Universe movies, and then a couple confused people coming to see Deadpool in the small theater that we've set aside for it and shit. But I'll be honest with you. While Vulgarthon's going on, everyone's watching that Jay and Silent Bob bullshit. I'll be watching fucking Deadpool. Oh my God, this. I'm saying it. This movie's giving me life. There's old movies. I haven't seen this shit. This movie's giving me life, not just like in my soul as a movie fan, but as a fucking film exhibitor. I'm like, oh yes, more of that. Can they make 9 more sequels in the next 3 weeks?
Are you screening yoga hosers during that Vulgarthon?
No, it's just a Universe movies. Yeah. We'll get to that for sure. Yeah. Next Vulgarthon we do, we'll have the ones that aren't a Universe. Yeah. So you'll be there.
Redheaded stepchild.
No. I love that movie, man. It's starting to turn.
Make fun of it every time you talk.
Because that's been my tradition. I made fun of Mallrats for years.
Yeah, but I wasn't in Mallrats.
And that was the problem with that movie.
Right. Would have been big box office.
It would have been. Fuck.
Speaking of big things, Liam Neeson's cock is enormous.
Are we there already?
We're there. Fuck, it's been like 8 hours.
What time is it? Oh my God, it is 12:30. It's technically Sunday.
It really is.
Let's just keep doing this until it's time for church. There's got to be like a 6 o'clock mass.
I'm sure there is, but I can't.
Before we go.
Go to a church after the whole Jesus Bieber thing.
Before we put our mouths around Liam Neeson's cock, kids, just a quick moment set aside. Thank you for coming out tonight.
Oh, absolutely.
You could be spending your money on so many better things, man, but fucking you came out for us tonight, and that means the goddamn world. So thank you so much.
Fuck us for Shannen.
Yeah, fucking A. Raise it up for Shannen, kids. God, I had such a crush on her, man.
And really, tonight, per minute, you're getting your entertainment value tonight. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, pound for pound. This is the most Babble-On we've done in a while.
Exactly.
This is why people don't want to come anymore. Like, show's too fucking long, man. If they would only start at 6:30.
$100 in babysitters.
Bring the kids. That's what we say.
We don't say that at all.
We do. Bring the kids because the guys wear underwear under their kilts. It's a family show.
I don't have any inside information, but I promise you he's not wearing underwear.
Are you fucking...
I'll bet you $20 right here, right now, he's not wearing underwear.
Hold on. Let me see what I got.
All right, I got a 10 spot.
Show it!
You're good for the rest.
Really?
For the rest.
No. I want to put my 10 against your 20. That's it.
Checking. What?
Yeah. Well, how about this? If
What, I win 10 if I win and you win 20 if you win?
Yes, because the odds are in your favor.
You're giving me odds.
Yeah, I'm giving you odds. All right.
Show the dick!
Dan, I want you to stand up where you are. And I want you to raise your kilt up where you are without saying anything.
Dan, don't listen to him. You don't have to do anything you're not comfortable doing, Dan. Don't fuck all this peer pressure.
Just tell us whether you're wearing underwear or not. Who's going to show?
I'll let you guess from there.
There's no underwear on.
No, he was showing underwear.
He's showing thigh. He's showing naked thigh.
Unless, look, I hate to be a doubting Thomas, but just like Thomas, unless I see the hole, he could be wearing underwear.
Bare thigh up to his thigh.
Yeah, but he could be wearing a thong.
Dan. Come here, Dan. Come on.
Give it up for Dan, everybody. Come on, Dan. I got $10 on the line. What happens?
We're going to have Dan stand here in front of us.
Fair enough.
Because I don't want him to get busted for public nudity or anything. So turn your back to the audience.
Hold on one second. Turn around. This is the ball thing I was talking about before. The ball bag that Ralph would do. Okay. I told you I like cucking stuff.
Yeah.
Holy shit! Oh my God! Wow! Wow! I gotta be honest with you, man. Like, I was really not, when I came here tonight, never once did I think, like, there's gonna be a fucking cock that's not yours. Or mine. Within fucking a foot of my face. That was the whole fucking, like, sit down. Like, you knew it was coming.
I didn't want him to get busted for, like, public indecency or anything. So this way, only you and I can press charges.
You ain't pressing no charges. I felt you fucking looked. You forgot yourself. It was just a little lip flare. I saw it. Like, Mama, I want it. Little Elvis. Do your fucking jokes.
I worked with Stone Kevin was better. Kevin maybe was.
Fuck, man, that was fucking.
I know what you felt like all these years.
It's just so I really wasn't prepared to see a dick.
No, at least there was a 50-50 chance.
I thought I had that $20 in the bag. But then I saw the bag. And the you know what? Not for nothing, but like all things being equal, it's a pretty nice flaccid dick. It's a real presenter, man. You know, this look classical and shit. Don't look like David at the museum where you're like, where's his dick? It was real, had a real presence and shit. Charisma, I think they call that sort of thing. I really thought I was going to have to wait until the New Jersey Hall of Fame to see Dick Button, but there it was, right there.
Fuck, can we go home? Now that you say it, huh?
Fair enough. Yeah, I mean, feels like we should equal it out, no?
Speaking of hawks, Liam Neeson.
How big is it?
They're like, hurry up.
Oh, you can't help but wonder how big is Liam Neeson's cock.
Wie groß ist Liam Neeson sein Penis?
Classic. I don't know what it's like, Hard. It could be massive.
Fucked up, dude. Don't say that shit.
Liam Neeson's cock is so big.
How big is it?
CrowdStrike tried to upload a picture and crashed the internet.
That's the thing that went down. That's funny. Man, that's current. Finger on the pulse and shit.
We're hot as today's headline.
It's like Law and Order, ripped from the headlines.
Liam Neeson's cock is so big.
How big is it?
Liam was recently seen swimming in the very cold waters off of Canada. We have a shot of him swimming there, I think. There he
He's just floating.
is. Does look chilly. Liam Neeson's cock is so big.
How big is it?
53% of House Democrats want it to run in November. I don't blame them. Liam Neeson's cock is so big.
How big is it?
Costco has just announced their new Neeson meal. Have you seen this? They're offering it.
Oh, shit. Oh, my God, man. That looks like Dan. It's the second wiener I've had in my face all day. But the night is young.
Wait till that 6:30 show. You get all
Going home with all sorts of early dick.
Some of that early, dude.
To be fair, did you ever see anybody juggle that much dick before as well? That's the more impressive thing. I was implying there's so much dick I had to like keep it up in the air and shit.
Step right up, see?
Fucking Mai Tai is an amazing drink.
Oh, for fuck's sake. And lastly, Liam Neeson's cock is so big.
How big is it?
Hawk to a girl ran out of spit.
Oh, shit! Ladies and gentlemen of Burbank, have you had a good time this evening? We cannot thank you enough for coming out, man, but there is no show without the guy to my left. Give it up for Ralph fucking Garman! And give it up for our missing friend, folks. Raise a glass for the late and great Shannen Doherty. See you at the mall, kiddo. And that is Hollywood Babble-On for this week. I'm Kevin Smith. Babble the fuck off. Good night, Burbank! This is the cat. Greetings, everybody, and welcome to the AKA Ask Kev Anything. Every saga has a 10-year anniversary, ladies and gentlemen, and this is what happens when Jay and Silent Bob get old. I'm Kevin Smith. Cheers,